What's up, everyone? It's Trey's Face coming at you here on a Monday afternoon. I just got done cleaning and I did some kickboxing, so I'm sorry. I apologize that I'm a little bit sweaty, and I apologize also for for this being a while since I've done a video. I hope that the video holds out. We've got some pretty nasty weather coming in this afternoon, so hopefully this doesn't affect the live stream. I'm working on the wireless issue in here. Yeah, so pardon my like bum around clothes from cleaning and taking a fitness class. Today, I wanted to talk to all of you guys about what you actually gained when you lost the narcissist in your life. And there's a lot of things that you gained, you just don't realize it. So let's talk about those things today. Oh, I love that I have people from all over. Thank you for letting me know where you're from. Oh, and before I begin, I just want to say, I want to give a shout out and thanks to Nicholas, to Nicole, to Jennifer, Miles, and Pedro for your very generous donations and contributions to the channel. If you are interested in helping me continue this channel, your contributions are what keeps it going. If they go away, I go away, and so it's just really helping me to keep going with this, and to give me the time. Time is money, and so I really appreciate that you guys are helping me. And for I have 8 of you that signed up with me in the last 2 weeks, and I am very happy with that as well. I cannot thank you enough. Okay, so let's get into this. Very first thing that you gained when the narcissist went bye-bye is your self-respect, okay? Your self-respect comes back. And when you're with a narcissist, your self-respect goes down the tubes. And so it's really difficult to try and get that back when you have that negative energy and that anchor pulling at you all the time. It's really difficult to look at yourself the same. And for many of us, we didn't realize what was happening to us until it was too late. And we had that realization moment. I know I had it where I remember the day that I looked in the mirror and I didn't recognize who I was any longer. And I didn't respect myself. Oh yeah, we're getting to that one, Sherry. Yeah, and so you guys can chime in with what you have gained throughout this live stream. So self-respect is a huge one. Being able to look at yourself in the mirror again and like what you see, and respect, that you have become this newer version of yourself, this better version of yourself, and to be able to like yourself again. Because I think we can all agree, guys, we didn't really like ourselves when we were with the narcissists, and when we had to deal with these narcissists continuously, we didn't really like ourselves. The second thing we gained is self-confidence. Self-confidence. I don't know about you guys, but my self-confidence, again, went down the tubes. I no longer, I was always looking in the mirror and like seeing something wrong with me. I was always talking negatively to myself. I picked up on that. I was always finding something wrong. I was always putting myself down. Anyhow, yeah, and I feel like the self-confidence factor, when you get that back again, and when you can regain that for yourself, and you can actually, self-confidence to me is like, it's really how you view yourself, and it's feeling good about yourself and the decisions you're making in life and where your life is headed. And, just walking in a room and just being like, yep. Here I am, and I feel good, so to get that back again after you lost it is miraculous. So yeah, self-confidence. The third thing I could think of that you gained, yeah, exactly, Sherry. And it's true. And that's exactly what was going on. You were constantly being criticized, belittled, triangulated, made to feel less than, blamed for what they were doing. So all of that comes into play, and why you lose your self-respect, and why you lose your self-confidence. You gained when you left the narcissist. When you left the narcissist, you didn't realize this, but you gained boundaries for yourself now. You have boundaries that you've never had before in your life. You might not have realized that you even had these boundaries until the narcissist went bye-bye. And now all of a sudden you're taking a look at what you are and are not going to allow in your life. And you do have that line in the sand now that you might not have had before. You know what your line in the sand is. You know what your own personal boundaries are. Nobody has to tell you that now. You know that for yourself after everything you've just endured. So boundaries is a huge one. And when people are coming into your life, when people are coming into your life, you are going to set those boundaries pretty clearly. And you know what's great? Like, since I filed for divorce last summer, anyone and everyone that's come into my life, or I've made sure got out of my life, it was clear cut for me. Like, nope, absolutely not. And there was no like second guessing it. There was no taking it back. It's like, okay, you crossed the boundary, bye-bye. I'm not going to talk about who it is. I just had a argument with a family member of mine, and good evening, Mike. And she thought she was going to talk to me a certain way today. Well, she found out. I put her right in her place. I told her exactly how it is. I told her exactly where she can go. And I told her she don't like it. Too bad. Too bad. You're not going to talk to me that way. You're not going to treat me that way. And if you continue to, you're not going to see me any longer. It's as simple as that. Sorry. No, I'm not sorry. Actually, that's right. I'm not sorry. But this is what happens. You're just not going to tolerate it. And what goes along with the boundaries is this new desire now to stick up for yourself that you've never had before in your life. You will defend yourself at a moment's notice. And you can do it in a respectful way. You can do it in a way that is, that you're not hurting anyone, or you're not disrespecting yourself. You don't have to, start swearing and being crazy. But you can let someone know, hey, there's where you can go. There's where you can take a hike. And guess what? You do it again. This is what starts to happen. You will stick up for yourself. You will not tolerate mistreatment from anyone. This is what happens, because after everything you've gone through, the minute you get away from these kind of people, you're determined. I will never deal with this again in my life. I don't care what I have to do. You're out of here. Okay? The next thing that you will gain when you have lost the narcissist in your life, you're going to gain control back into your life again. All right? You're going to have control, whereas you felt like you lost control for so long. You're going to gain control back into your life again, and you're going to have that control. You realize that your life is up to you. Every single decision you make, it's up to you. It's not up to anybody else. And you have that ability to recreate your life, to maybe go back and say, all right, I don't really like what I'm doing for work. I don't really like who I'm working for. I need to make some decisions here. These kind of things are going to happen when you get rid of narcissists. You are going to realize, I control the results. Me. I don't have to put that in somebody else's plate to do for me. This is my life. Guys, we have one life to live. That's it. We don't get another shot here on this planet. So these kind of things are going to happen to you again once you lose them. Oh God. The next one, biggest one, you gain your sanity back, guys. Who doesn't want that back? Oh, I don't know about you guys, but I felt completely insane being around these people. And in time, that's what happens. You do become nuts, you know? It's unfortunate, but you're not going to stay sane being around people like this, guys. They take that away from you. And along with gaining your sanity back, you gain peace. And that is probably one of the biggest things I've gained since I've left. Okay. Well, we'll talk about, yeah, the residual effects that you still deal with, but yeah, I mean, these are things that gradually come back, okay? And they do, and they have for me. All right? Your peace of mind. There is nothing like having peace of mind when you get to come home and know you don't have to tolerate or deal with the chaos any longer. And you get to go to sleep by yourself. You get to hug the pillow next to you and thank God in heaven that you don't have to tolerate abuse. And that feeling of terrorism, like you don't know what's coming. You don't know what's next. I mean, there is nothing like getting that sense of peace back and harmony back into your life again. There is nothing like it. The next thing you gained is new adventures. Perhaps you got a new job. Perhaps, you decided you were going to do some traveling. You were going to start to go out with new friends, make new friends, go out with older friends, do new things that you wouldn't have done had you stayed with your narcissist or had you, been around narcissists, whether it be in your workplace or toxic people in your life. So, this is the kind of thing that's naturally going to happen, is like you are recreating your life, as I said, and new adventures it's going to be something you crave. Actually, when you get out, you're going to want to try new things and do new things and figure out who you are all over again, and that there's some beauty to that. There's something magical to that you weren't getting and you weren't going to get had you stayed around these toxic people. The next thing you gain is you gained narcissism radar. You have narcissism radar like you would never believe. And especially if you're coming here to like my channel and other channels, you are getting knowledge and wisdom. That's on my list too. That was the next thing that I wanted to talk about, is you're gaining knowledge and wisdom. All right. So with the knowledge comes the wisdom, and comes to oh my God, I just I don't know what that comment said, but it came it came and went, and I can't read anything about that because I will just die laughing. All right, anyway, I don't know what you were trying to say. All I saw was farting, and all right. So anyway, you have narcissism radar like you would not believe, because you're coming onto these YouTube channels, you're getting the validation, the support, the education that you need. And so now, again, when people are coming into your life, or you're starting to take a look at your circle of friends and family, you're realizing, all right, I have narc radar now. I have narc radar, and I realize that you have narcissistic tendencies, or you are, by far are a malignant narc, and you need to go. See you later. Take a hike. The next thing you gained is you gained strength. You gained strength. Strength you never knew you had. I think we all know, guys, when we go through this type of abuse, it's like you don't even know how you survived. You look back, and for some of us, we're in a stage right now where, we just feel beaten down. We feel depressed. We still are in that stage where we hate ourselves, where, we might be still back and forth with a narcissist. I know you guys are all at different stages. Um, yeah, that's a good idea, is to burn your wedding dress. Yes. I know. I still haven't done anything with my wedding dress. I wanted to put it into a music video and do some creative things to it, and I still plan on doing that. Um, Anyhow, yeah. So strength, and even like I noticed for myself, it's like this physical strength I've gained too. My mother gave me a hug the other day, and she was like, you feel really muscular." And I mean, I'm not really going overboard. I'm kind of like, at this point, I'm doing martial arts, and but I'm not like, in the gym 2 hours a day like I used to be. This was like in, my late 20s. I was like a gym rat, but I wasn't a gym rat for like meeting people. I actually there was like a private gym that I could go to through my work, and I remember being in there like, I'd go in there at 8 o'clock sometimes, and I'd leave at like 1 o'clock in the morning. I mean, I had a problem. So I feel like I'm at a healthy place in my life that I enjoy it. It's something I enjoy, and I enjoy watching my body change and just feel. I'm going with how I feel. There was a time, guys, I didn't feel like working out. Okay, I didn't have it in me. I didn't have it in me. I didn't feel it. And I was, kind of going by how I was feeling. And I was very depressed for many years. And I was very, I had lost my strength. So strength, it's kind of, it's strength in your mind, it's strength in your body, and it all goes together. It really does. You start to feel strength one way, your body kind of responds the other way. So yeah. Yeah, and yeah, well, maybe that, the music video for me will be burning my wedding dress. Yeah. I don't even have it in this house. It's actually in my parents' house. I don't have anything from anything in this house that has to do with my wedding or any of that. The next thing you gained, I know, Emily, I know, I was there, and you know what, guys, that lack of motivation lasted for me for years. I didn't have motivation for much of anything. I was happy that I survived the day. Yeah. And I'm being honest with you guys, this went on, after the divorce. In those upcoming months, I felt that pain and that suffering and that trauma and that reliving and trying to figure out what the heck happened. And, it's exhausting. It's exhausting. I mean, I know you guys know what I'm talking about. It's an exhaustion that you can't find words for. You're absolutely drained, exhausted. You don't have much room for anything else. So yeah, you gain strength. The next thing you gain back, guys, yeah, I know, Emily. I know. You're lucky if you remember to pay your bills. Memory was a huge thing, right? Hi, guys. No, Stephanie, but I've talked about narcs and STDs on a lot of my videos. I do want to do one this week on narcissism and social media. But yes, I have talked about how narcissists will bring you STDs. I've talked about that on a lot of my videos and how serious it is. But yeah, that could be a title in itself that people need to watch because it's very serious. It's very real. Yeah. You gained your life back, guys. You gained your life back. You don't have your life when you are with these people. You don't. It's not yours any longer. You are letting somebody else control your feelings, emotions, all of that. And so once they're gone, you gain your life back. And as I said earlier, you get one chance at this life. It's not worth it, guys. It's not ever worth trying to hold on to a person that wouldn't hold on to you for anything. They're not going to hold on to you. They're looking for who else can give them whatever. They're looking for the next best thing. The grass is always greener. They're looking to hurt you, to control you, to manipulate you, to use you, to abuse you. That's what they're looking for. Get them out. Get your life back. You're going to get your life back. This is one of the most important things I want to discuss right now that I gained. I thought about this last week and how I was going to talk about this, so I'm going to bring it up right now. I gained this new knowledge, understanding, and relationship. I know, and I do want to do a retreat, guys. I'm still looking into this and ways that we can do a retreat. I really am. So don't give up on that idea, because I am trying to do that. I gained a relationship that I never knew before with God. And having been born and raised Catholic, that set in the morals and the values and all that for me to make me who I am. But it's this newfound relationship that, had I not been through something like this, I would have never discovered. So I am very, very serious when I talk about the fact that I do believe, and I always will, because of what I saw spiritually, supernaturally, paranormally, what I saw occur with these narcissists and what was occurring in my life, between what happened with them and what was happening with me. This is a spiritual infection, guys. This is a spiritual disorder. This is not psychological. And, that's just what I believe. And I know that a lot of you are with me with this. You believe it too. So it's just something to really consider if you haven't considered this yet. I want to plug somebody today. I don't have words for this man. I really don't. I don't know when I subscribed to his page, but about a few weeks ago, I came across him in my feed on YouTube, and I realized I was already a follower of his. He hasn't had a lot of videos recently, but what I'm going to do is, once this video uploads, I'm going to leave it in the comment section. I want you guys to watch this video. There's a lot of videos of him talking about his testimony, but this video in particular was the first one he put out after he had an encounter with Jesus, and my words aren't going to do this any justice. His name is Stephen Bancars, and he is probably one of the most beautiful human beings I've ever watched. When I watch his videos, I cry. I don't know what it is. I don't know what's going on with me when I watch his videos, but he does something to me. He makes me feel things that it's like I know what he's talking about, and I know the encounters he's had. And he is a new age movement turned Christian. And so his testimony is just something that, again, I'll leave one of the testimonies in the drop down, but there are a lot of interviews with him talking about this, and every time he talks about it, he cries too. And it's just something to see. It's just something I really want my subscribers and viewers to see, for your own experience. He's done something to me, because I'm going to share with all of you that I had to sit back the last 2 weeks and truly say to myself, like, that, you get to know people on their YouTube channels. I really do feel that, like, you get to know someone, you get to really know what they're all about and what they have to say, and you get to understand their personality, and so I said I had to have this like hard realization with myself that unless somebody were to come in my life and be like him and have like a heart for Christ and have that conviction and that knowledge, there's nothing sexier in the world to me. There is nothing sexier in the world to me than an intelligent, God-loving man. And so I literally had to say that to myself, like, unless somebody had these qualities, I'm all set. Honestly, like, and it's like this weird and hard realization that I went through the last 2 weeks of just like through someone's YouTube channel. You know what I mean? He just made me feel in a way I've never felt. And you know, it was that realization for me of like, wow, this is how it would have to be. This is how this person would have to think and feel and operate. And okay, so the other thing I want to mention about him, as I'm like wearing my ugly, my ugly Corona shirt from working out, and I'm trying to talk serious about this Stephen Bancars. If he ever sees my video, he's gonna be like, "This, look at this train wreck." Anyway, all right, so and that's the hope, right? I would love to collaborate with him because we want to talk about narcissism. His testimony, all right? You wonder. He was New Age movement, really big into, you know, he talks about it. He was big into like tarot cards and astral planing and getting trying to study about aliens and all this demonic stuff he was into. He comes straight out and says he was a pornography addict. He was drinking. He was doing drugs. He really hurt the woman that he was with. He really hurt her. And he said, I realized it. Like, I realized like I was a liar. I was a deceiver. And I had to sit down and tell her what I did. But here's the difference, guys. And this is what I want to say. Here's the difference. He did. He sat her down and he told her the truth. So what do you guys think? Do you think that he was a narcissist that had a conviction through Jesus Christ? Or was he probably never a narcissist to begin with? You decide. I'm going to leave you his video to watch. And please continue to watch what he has to say on YouTube. There's a lot of interviews with him. If you look up his name and you check out his channel. So that's really what I wanted to discuss with everybody today. Please don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, you know, leave some comments. That's the best way we're going to get this information out to others, to get this awareness out there on narcissism and to help other people. You guys have been sharing and doing this for me, and that's what's helping me gain subscribers so that we can collectively talk about this and help this very severe issue in our society. If you guys have some questions for me, I'm going to leave it open for the next few minutes because I'd love to be able to help in any way I can. So please go ahead and feel free to leave me some questions or comments about what I talked about today. Yeah, a vibe hut coach. Wow. I think you're right. I think we do have to go through the devil to have a better relationship with God. And it's one of those things where you still are like, was that really Satan? You know, I know that there's a lot of YouTube channels out there saying a lot of different things. People calling it the Jezebel spirit. People saying it is NPD. It's a disorder. It's a psychological disorder. People saying that maybe some of us were codependent. There's a lot of different advice out there, guys. But the reality for me is looking back. There is no denying that there are purely evil people out there that are pure evil, and that there are really good people out there. You know, we're all sinners, guys. At the end of the day, we all sin. All right. But okay, Patty. But I think the difference being someone that wants their life to change and doesn't want to be this way, that's the difference. That's the difference. Okay, Patty wants to know why she can't break away. Well, you're in a spiritual soul tie. You have a curse right now over you. That's the truth. That's the truth. There's a curse over you that you have to break. these people have a very demonic influence and tie to your soul. All right. Now, if you have exchanged souls with this person, meaning you have had intercourse with this person, that makes it that much harder to break away from. And so the only way to find deliverance and to break that spiritual tie, that spiritual connection you have with this person is fast and prayer. Fasting and prayer. There's a lot of different ways that you can fast, but when you're fasting, and you should do it for at the very least 10 days. When you're fasting, you have to be in the Word. You have to have that Bible open. And there are a lot of different ways. If you're looking for some help and coaching on that, please email me at tracefaceit@gmail.com, and I'd be happy to share with you what I know. As a matter of fact, that'd be a great group to have. That'd be a great group to start next month. If you're interested in doing a group where we would fast and pray, and we could be on a Skype session every night for 10 days. I'm telling you guys, that's how you break this stuff off. I've talked about this before in my videos, that the fasting is one of the quickest ways to get closer to God, because you're telling your flesh no more. Your flesh sometimes controls your decision making, and all the things that are going on in your life. And so the flesh is the quickest way to get closer to God and to get all these things I'm talking about today back into your life. The self-control, the self-confidence, the breaking of the soul ties with this person. It sounds like, it sounds really, I'm really happy. Thank you for letting me know that, you guys. Thank you for letting me know in the comments that I'm helping, because this is what's keeping me going too, and knowing I'm helping you guys. But being born and raised Catholic, the fasting was never anything that was really discussed or pushed onto us, and so this is something I discovered probably within the last 3 years. And you do it as often as you need to. Yeah, exactly, Casey. Yep. You have to remove it. And I never understood the fasting. I was like, why starve yourself? Is that going to tell you that, you love Jesus? Well, do it for yourself, and you'll find out. So if you're interested in coaching with me, I am signing up a lot of people. I'm spending my weeks doing this. I absolutely love it. I absolutely love watching people get to another place and help you heal from this. You can email me at tracefaceit@gmail.com. I'd be happy to discuss my rates with you. And you can let me know if you're interested in doing a fasting and prayer group with me next month. Please email me and just put in the title fasting and prayer group, and I'll make sure that I get you signed up. I'm really happy to see you guys. Please keep coming back to the channel. Please spread the awareness. Please spread maybe one of your favorite videos of mine to others, so we can get more people on board with what we're discussing. I am Trace Face, and as always, it is time we face the truth together.